45 civil cases in his 23 years as a lawyer here in Washington County. Only 2 of those cases have been filed since 1998. I have filed nearly 700 cases, civil cases, in Washington County during my career, in just Washington County alone, which does not include the thousands of criminal cases that I prosecuted as an assistant district attorney here in Washington County. More importantly, I believe Washington County deserves a strong, independent judiciary, free of outside influences and politics. We really need to put an end to the political family dynasties that exist here in Washington County. Now, please understand, I have nothing but respect for Mr. Gilman and his wife, Washington County Judge Catherine Emery. We have 6 judges in Washington County, and I do not believe that it is in the best interest of the residents of Washington County to put 1/3 of the control of the court in the hands of one family alone.
Mr. Gilman.
Thank you very much to the League of Women Voters for this forum. I believe I'm the best candidate for many reasons. I've been a lawyer for 23 years, and I've seen much in my 23 years professionally, not just as a master and hearing officer specializing in family issues, but in many other issues during my first half of my career here in Washington County. But I would like to emphasize my 11 years as a master and hearing officer, because this is experience my opponent does not have. When you go to law school, as I mentioned earlier, there aren't any classes teaching you how to be a lawyer as a judge. You're just taught as a lawyer. You're not taught how to be a judge. You're not taught how to sit in judgment. This is something you learn on the job. I don't think Washington County deserves to have somebody learn on the job. I've learned how to manage a courtroom. I've learned how to balance competing interests. I've learned how to write opinions. This is something I think the residents of Washington County want. I also believe that you can gauge a person's character and integrity, not only by what they do between the hours of 9 to 5, but after hours as well. I'm very proud to say that I've been very civic-minded and belong to many such organizations. In 1992, I founded the Friends of Town Park for Canonsburg, and we've raised more than $200,000 to beautify the park. I'm a volunteer for the Greater Canonsburg-Houston Food Bank, where I deliver food to shut-ins on weekends, and have been on the advisory board for Community Action Southwest. Finally, I'd like to say that I'm very proud of my wife for the job that she does. She's a wonderful member of the bench. Thank you.
Let's thank the candidates for to hear the candidates for county commissioner. Feel free to stand up and stretch, but don't go too far. We'll just take a few minutes to change some things on stage.
Hello? Hello? I've been on the street for a while. I saw your poster outside. I don't know what to do.
National Runaway Switchboard, how can I help? Call 1-800-RUNAWAY to make the connection.
I've got my own problems to worry about. Those people in Africa don't want to help themselves. It's their mess. Why should I care? Their problems are too big to solve. Stop wasting my hard-earned money. Hey, I'm as compassionate as the next guy. But it's like throwing money down a rat hole. Nothing will ever change. I give up. I give up. I give up. What's the point? Where's the proof? Actually, smart programs are saving lives. In just 10 years, over 15 million more kids are alive. And over 46 million more kids are in school. All for less than 1%. 1% of the total U.S. budget. How's that for proof? And today there are new vaccines that could save millions of more kids. But it won't happen without you. Go to one.org and join the movement. Add your voice to over 2 million One members around the world. We're not asking for your money. We're asking for your voice.
I'm Simon Cowell for PETA. Far be it from me to be critical, but I find it really appalling that this year thousands of dogs will die of heat stroke inside parked cars. Their people thought that that little errand would only take a minute, or it wasn't that hot. But delays happen, and temperatures inside a car quickly rise in summer, even when the window's cracked. Never, ever leave your dog inside a parked car. Your dog idolizes you.
My name is Susan Ruther, and I'm with the League of Women Voters of Washington County. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight as we talk with the candidates for Washington County Commissioner. I will remind you that the League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan political organization. We are very interested in all aspects of public policy, but we do not take stands on candidates or on parties. But we want to help you hear the voices of the commissioner candidates, their own voices, not filtered through the media. Though we like the media. We just like to hear the original voices too. We're going to introduce the candidates for commissioner, and then we will ask questions based on the comments that you send up to me on the cards. So please continue to send those cards up if you have questions or comments. I'd like to introduce the four candidates for County Commissioner. First, Diana Irie Vaughn. Second, Bill Northrup. Third, Larry Maggi. And fourth, Harlan Schober. And this is the ballot order. You will see them on the ballot in this order. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to make an opening statement. Then we'll move to questions through questions on your topics. And then they will have closing statements. So we will start, with no further ado, with Diana Irie Vaughn.
Thank you. I would like to thank the League of Women Voters for doing this. I've been serving for 16 years, and in every election, in the primary and the general, they put on this forum to allow the voters of Washington County to get another glimpse at the candidates that are offering themselves for public service, and they do an excellent job at that. I also want to thank the family and friends, because most of the audience is family and friends and supporters of those who are running for office. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate your time, the sweat equity, all that you are to us and our families. Thank you. In my service in Washington County, I have been honored to be able to bring many things to the county. Washington County has, in the last 16 years, either the second or lowest county tax rate in the region. The Department of Labor and Industry announced last week that Washington County, the community of Washington County, is the third largest job growth in the United States. Part of that is due to the Marcellus Shale and the opportunities that we have with that industry, but it's also due to the fact that we have done long-range planning and have ready sites that businesses can locate here. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you.
Thank you. Bill Northrup.
I'd also like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this event. It's great to be able to come and talk with so many of you who are interested in what's going on in the county. And one of the things I see, that we are at a crossroads. You can almost sense it. As you go out there and you talk to people, you read the papers, this county's at a crossroads between what it was and what it's going to be. And this election is really critical in that way in terms of charting a new direction for the county. With Bracken Burns retiring, it opens up a spot for a new person. And with that new person comes some new ideas and some new energy. And one of the things that I've seen, one of the endeavors I undertook was to knock on a lot of doors, striving to reach 20,000 doors in Washington County, and down every little back road. And I know many of you here, I've knocked on many of your doors. I see faces I know. People come up to me and say, "You knocked on my door." One of the great things I've learned about that is to hear kind of people struggle. And for seniors, they have not seen an increase in Social Security in a couple years. There's a lot of unemployed people here, long-term unemployed. And there's a lot of pain, and they want something from their government. They want some relief. They want government to stop spending. And one of the things I've seen in county government in the last 10 years, county tax collections have grown by 50%. And I'd like to see us give back 10% of that in a rebate to taxpayers. I think they deserve it. I think we need to show that we feel their pain. And I don't mean to be flippant about that phrase.